Gino King Boxing back in the building, back with some more boxing news. And man, the fight is getting closer and closer. A little less than 3 weeks away. Everybody's been talking about Canelo Alvarez joining up with Jerron Boots Ennis, and Jerron Boots Ennis helping Canelo get ready for Terrence Bud Crawford, September 13th, Las Vegas, Nevada. And, a lot of people are happy, and, they think that this is going to help Canelo. And it probably will in some aspects of the fight and some situations of the fight. It may help, but let's be honest, Jerron Boots Ennis is nowhere near the level of Terrence Bud Crawford, skill-wise, IQ-wise. Now, I'm not saying Jerron Boots Ennis is a bad fighter. No, I think he's a good, very, very good fighter. On Crawford's level, no. I don't think he hits hard as Crawford, and I don't think he's as fast as Crawford. But definitely probably gave Canelo Alvarez some good work, some good looks, something that he can build off on, preparing for his fight for September 13th against Terrence Crawford. And he's going to need it. No, and vice versa. I'll say the same thing about Bud Crawford in his camp. I'm pretty sure he's sparring bigger guys that hit hard to prepare himself for Canelo. But, that won't totally prepare him for a Canelo Alvarez, a top-tier great fighter, So it goes both ways. But, Jerron Boots Ennis at one time was calling out Bud Crawford, even though I don't think he was quite ready for Bud Crawford, and I'll be honest, I still don't think he's ready for Bud Crawford. Looking at a few of his past fights, his last few fights, he has a lot of holes, a lot of things he needs to fix, and I don't think it's gonna have a big impact on him being in Canelo Alvarez's training camp, like he has the special sauce or something that's gonna, activate Canelo Alvarez to be able to dominate Terrence Bud Crawford. I just don't think that that's gonna happen. I'm hearing Jerron Boots Ennis got paid like $12K for the fight, being for sparring Canelo. So hey, that's good money. Come in and spar for Canelo, but he's gonna need a lot more sparring partners than just Jerron Boots Ennis. He's probably gonna need some pretty fast sparring partners, guys that hit a lot harder than Jerron Boots Ennis. So, it's definitely a good look, but it's not the end all be all. Like, hey, everybody's jumping up and down for joy like Jerron Boots Ennis has the secret code, and I just don't think that. As the fight gets closer and closer, sparring has already probably ceased. I would say they may have a few more days. I wouldn't think that they would want open sparring, 100% sparring 2 to 3 weeks before the fight. I would think maybe 3 weeks before the fight, you would cut heavy sparring out, just because you don't want your fighter to get hurt, crack a rib, busted eye. I don't think you want that. And, there were pictures floating around of Canelo Alvarez with a black eye here a few days ago, saying that Jerron Boots Ennis done that. I don't think that was true. I don't think he's black in Canelo Alvarez's eye, So that's why I say they probably stopped all sparring after the Jerron Boots Ennis session. I'm pretty sure they just working on cardio within 2 weeks of the fight. Working on cardio, just making sure they're sharp, making sure their body stays at a certain kind of weight. And that way they're fresh for September 13th, Las Vegas, Nevada. So yeah, I think it's, man, sparring is everything when you're training for a mega fight like this. My motto is always training camp and practice should always be 100 times harder than the fight. That way, when fight time comes, you know, it's a cakewalk. It's easy, you know. So, yeah, so that's my opinion on Jerron Boots Ennis. I understand Jerron Boots Ennis going in and training with Canelo Alvarez. A lot of people will upset about it, but hey, this is boxing. You know, that's what they do. You know, the fighters out there for a reason. Some fighters make the money off just giving guys good work before a huge mega fight. You know, guys getting paid pretty decent just to give guys good work in training camp. So, you know, I don't knock it. Hey, you know, if Jerron Boots Ennis wants to go that route and get that money, hey, it's all good for him. But it's not gonna help Canelo September 13th. I do got Terrence Bud Crawford beating Canelo Alvarez unanimous decision September 13th at Allegiant Stadium. This is Gino King Boxing. Y'all press that subscribe button, press that like button, and I'm out.